Hey friends, and welcome to a new video. Today I really wanted to talk about expectations and how expectations can sometimes actually make our lives harder than necessary. So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Sylvia from Catchy Cravings, and I'd love to inspire you and help you master healthy eating but also healthy living. So if that is something that sounds great and that you're interested in, then be sure to subscribe my channel for more, because I post weekly, fun, cool, interesting, awesome videos. So I wanted to tell a quick story. When my brother and I were younger, my parents had planned this amazing trip, a family vacation to the beach. And I remember I was so excited. We were packing our stuff and I was telling my brother how I really hoped that the hotel would be really nice, that the pool would be really big, that the weather would be nice, and that we would go to delicious restaurants, and that it would just be an amazing vacation. And I remember when I was telling him all these hopes that I had for this vacation, I remember vividly him just looking at me in a straight face and saying, "I don't have any expectations, and this way I won't be disappointed." And I remember I was kind of just shocked, and I just stared at him. And after a while I thought that he's absolutely right. I was kind of sitting there dreaming up this luxury, fancy vacation, and none of that was actually in my control. My parents had booked the vacation. I had no idea what was how it was actually going to be, and I kept on dreaming this perfect vacation. And if it hadn't been as I expected or hoped, then I would have been totally disappointed and sad, and who knows, I might have even ruined the whole vacation for myself. And the only reason for that was because I had such high expectations. And that's the thing about expectations. We dream up this kind of perfect scenario in our head, and then when the scenario actually happens in real life, we compare that with what we had dreamt up. And when it doesn't match up, we get really disappointed. And expecting life to turn out exactly the way you wanted is actually certainly going to lead to disappointment, because life never turns out how you want it to. And we not only have expectations of things like that the food at the restaurant will be amazing, but we often also have expectations of people. Sometimes we have rather realistic expectations, for example, that someone will help us in the specific situation because they've helped us in the past and it's been a great help to you. But to be honest, maybe that person doesn't really want to help you anymore because they're not really obligated to. Or sometimes we even have unrealistic expectations. For example, that we want someone to do a certain thing just because we feel like they should. Maybe I felt like I cleaned the apartment this week, so next week my boyfriend should be the one to clean the apartment. But oftentimes we forget to think about the fact that, have we actually even talked about this? Does he even know that I expect this, or that this is the apparent agreement? And when we get disappointed by other people, it often involves resentment. And the thing is, these are all things we cannot control, and we shouldn't put so much energy on things that we can't control. Can I control if the food at the restaurant tastes good? No, not really. Can I control if the weather will be amazing at the vacation? No, I can't. And can I control that my friend would react a certain way to the surprise birthday party that I threw for her? No, I can't control that. And because we can't control the outcome, we shouldn't attach our emotions, and we shouldn't attach the reaction of our emotions so strongly to this unpredictable outcome. Instead, we should maybe focus our energy on things that we can control. So for example, we can control our expectations. Maybe we should think twice about having such high or often unrealistic expectations. Maybe next time I can approach the situation with an open mind. Maybe go to the restaurant just curious about how the food will be, and not setting your mind on it being the best food because you've heard great things about it. So my brother's actually absolutely right. Having no expectations means that you can't really be let down. I mean, how great does it sound to be positively surprised by most of the things in our life? And maybe we should also approach situations with a little bit of empathy. Maybe we expected someone to do this certain thing for us, but they have failed our expectations. But maybe we should approach them in an empathetic way and ask them why they haven't met our expectations. Maybe we've had unrealistic expectations. Maybe we haven't even discussed our expectations with them and they had no idea we wanted them to help with a certain thing. Or maybe it's because they're going through something personal themselves and approaching the situation with a little bit of empathy, maybe it will save us some of that resentment. So if you find yourself being sad or disappointed at a lot of things, I encourage you to maybe take a step back and analyze the situation. Are you having very high or unrealistic expectations for certain things? Are those things mostly out of your control? Maybe you should reevaluate your expectations. Maybe you have too high of expectations. Try to control the things that you can control, and don't put so much energy and pressure and emotional stress on things that you can't control. This is something that us humans do quite a lot. We think that others know what is going on in our head. We expect them to know what is going on in our head. We expect other people to sense that we're feeling bad. We expect other people to then help us out in this certain way, and these are just quite unrealistic expectations that will only let us down. But also, as I said, this is something that most of us deal with, so we are definitely not alone in this. I hope that this video kind of helped you to reflect a little bit about the way we approach situations, expectation that we have for things or people, and yeah, feel free to share your story down below. I'd love it if our community could share with each other. And if you like this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos. And other than that, I'll see you guys next week. Bye!